Lights, camera, action.
When a script is written that is so bad, no one will film it. These brave podcasters will bring it to life just so they can mock it. This is Table Reads.
So the movie's kaput, which means your script ain't worth the buffalo shit on a nickel.
Table Reads with Sean McBee and Joshua Baker.
Yes, and Jeff is here to let us not forget.
Unfortunately.
Please do not forget. I finally got a piece character that's decent, and they can't kick me out now.
I don't think they're going to kill him in the first scene.
Yeah. I mean, he started dead, honestly.
That's true.
Yeah, it's finally a reverse come up and for all of my
reanimated.
voices.
If you're confused, you clearly didn't read what you were clicking on before you started playing this episode. This is part 2 of Gladiator 2 by Nick Cave. And, shit, is it bad?
It's slow.
I'm determining how bad it is by how many pages we typically get through. The last one was good, so we were going about 40 pages at a time. Last time, we only made it through about 19.
Oh, yeah. This is probably going to be like a 60-episode script.
60 episodes of this shit.
Boy, I really got to redo my guest contract.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially since you're not getting paid. Like, this is
Like
straight slave labor.
Yeah,
See, you
true.
used to be a general, and now you're a slave, and then you're going to be a gladiator. You're living the script.
This is my biography. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we picked you for Maximus.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, I thought it was a good thing.
You look good in the picture, too.
Oh, yeah.
Check out that art. Everybody stop the podcast. Go back.
Look at the cover art for this
Look at the
episode.
cover.
He is very badass.
All right. Let me recap real quick.
Good luck.
Previously on Table Reads.
So Maximus is dead. So he's in the afterlife. He goes for a walk. Nothing much happens. He talks to some gods. Nothing much happens. He continues to walk. Exterior desert, exterior desert, exterior desert, exterior desert, exterior desert.
That's
I
pretty
feel
good.
like you're burying the lead on Toledo.
There was some Toledo. He goes to Kansas or Spain or doesn't. His family is dead, but
some of them.
but his wife gave up her spot in Elysium for his son to live again? Maybe?
A full, healthy life in Toledo, Kansas.
Everybody giving him any information at all is, by definition, an unreliable narrator. So we can't trust anything that anybody says. None of anything makes any sense. And the script is fucking bad.
I can write songs. I can write a script.
I mean, I loved Red Right Hand. Does that qualify him to write the follow-up to a Best Picture winning film?
I know.
I don't think so,
The
mate.
answer is no.
Negative.
No.
Negative.
I mean, Leonard Cohen wrote Hallelujah. That doesn't mean that I want him writing the sequel to The English Patient.
I kind of do now.
With modern health insurance regulations, that'd be a great sequel.
Oh, man. So, let's fucking read this thing.
Do it.
Fade in.
Exterior, the desert, dream. Oh yeah, at the end, he tried to go to sleep in the afterlife, where he's dead.
He's all
Yeah,
tuckered out from walking
true.
through 17 exterior desert
I'm
shots.
very sleepy from being dead. A figure walks forward, shimmering in the heat. The figure collects its form as it draws closer. It is a woman. It is Maximus's wife, Maria. Help us, Maximus! Oh, Maria, in this instance, is played by Rita Moreno.
What a choice.
Awesome.
I'm fucking with it.
I mean,
I like it.
if you're gonna have a Maria, get the Maria. You know, West Side Story.
Nick Cave doesn't respect our time with this, so you shouldn't respect his character art.
Or maybe she can be Rosie Perez. Oh my God, Maximus.
I actually like that better.
Dude, you fucking run it, because my Maximus is not going to be consistent.
Help us, Maximus. Maria moves closer. Help us.
Ooh.
Exterior, the desert. Camp by thicket. Maximus rears up from his sleep. It is morning. He looks around him.
Maria!
Maria.
Maria?
Oh, maybe it is Maria.
Ma-
I don't give a shit.
Oh boy. Maria!
Mario!
She's one character that when we met in the original, she was already dead.
It.
Remember, crows were picking her.
Oh no! You are very badass, Jeff.
I'm fucking spooked as to what just
The sword that we used for your photo shoot earlier just fell over.
Maria!
Give me your breastplate.
Maximus hears the voice again and leaps to his feet. Help us, Maximus. Maximus looks around in panic. He hears a movement in the thicket, turns and sees a dark, fleeing shape.
Maria!
Help us! This is so bad. Maximus follows the voice, skirting the edge of the thicket. Maximus hears a crashing in the brambles and a strangulated moan.
Maria!
This is the rest of the movie. Exterior desert. Maria! Exterior desert. Maria! For 2 hours.
Oh boy, I thought this was going to be hard. This is major.
Maximus sees the shape again, tears at the brambles, and finds a great stag, its horns entangled in the thicket. The stag looks at Maximus with its spooked rolling eyes. The stag's head is torn by the brambles, its forehead speckled in bright blood. It opens its mouth soundlessly. Help us!
Wait, it opens its mouth soundlessly, then says something.
And then Maria, I guess her voiceover comes out of its mouth?
That's not soundlessly. That's a sound.
Well, it wasn't like.
Oh, that's the distinction? He has to go that detail? A parched deer opens its mouth.
I mean, it would have been weirder if it opened its mouth and went, "Oh, can you help us a bit here, mate?"
I got my antler stuck in this thing here.
I don't like it, mate.
I'm a little stuck here. Could you help? Maximus draws his sword and begins to hack at the brambles. It's better than hacking at the stag. The deer bucks and kicks. Maximus continues to chop. The stag panics and its eyes roll white. It releases a terrible moan. Hold on, let me try that again.
He's really not wanting to edit this board.
It releases a terrible moan.
Maria!
The stag chokes itself to death in thicket and dies. Maximus draws back, his arms and chest torn by the briar, his sword limp at his side. The voice of his wife disappears. Exterior, the desert. Jesus Christ. Maximus trudges through the desert. The terrain has become rockier. The sun beats down. Maximus sees you could have said he sees 5 people. You don't need to say his name every 5 seconds. We're looking at him. We know who it is. He's the only fucking character on the screen. Maximus sees 5 people wearing pagan masks, squatting on boulders. They are naked, but for their masks. The leader stands. He wears the horns of the stag, the skin thrown over his back. They watch Maximus as he passes. Maximus continues on, growing weak, the unholy sun hammering down. Exterior, the desert. Again. Maximus, weak and streaked in blood, falls to his knees. He bows his head. He closes his eyes.
Oh, my wife, my son, I'm sorry.
Maximus stays like that for a time. He raises his head. Maximus sees, ahead of him, in the distance, shimmering in the heat, what looks like a small man-made shelter. He stands unsteadily and moves towards it. Exterior, Hephaestus' shelter. Maximus approaches the shelter. Lying on his back on a crude pallet is Hephaestus. He is old, wasted, cadaverous, barely alive. Hold on, let me get my thesaurus.
The deadest guy you've ever seen.
He holds a rough cross made of sticks in his bony hand. His movements, such as they are dreamlike and slow. Maximus stares down at the pitiful creature. Hephaestus turns his head, slowly and with great effort, then looks up at Maximus, his eyes deep and dim in their orbits.
I have been waiting.
Maximus kneels down beside Hephaestus.
I feared ye not come.
Maximus opens his skin of water and puts it against Hephaestus' lips.
I've been sent to kill you.
Hephaestus coughs back the water. He closes his eyes. He opens them.
We are dying. The gods, aiding from the grand scheme. It is for the better.
Hephaestus turns his head away and looks about him.
They have deserted me. My followers left me here to die. Did you see them?
If they fucking deserted you, how would he have seen them?
They're still hanging out. Like, they're still hanging around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So they're being like real passive aggressive. They're like, you know what? We desert you. We're gonna stay. We're just gonna turn our backs on you so you can see us.
I'm going to go stand on that side of the street.
Is it the 5 guys he ran across outside?
I
That's
think so.
probably. I mean, that would in Nick Cave land.
So why are they still wearing like pagan masks? Or are the pagan masks for a different god? So like,
No way this much thought went into this. This guy literally just left the temple, walked in a straight line, and then found the guy he was looking for.
that they couldn't find.
he
Yeah,
took
they're
a
like,
nap
"Oh."
first.
That's true. He was all tuckered out,
True.
poor guy.
And he killed a deer.
Yeah, he fucked
Well,
the
the
deer.
deer killed itself.
Well,
The deer was a character that I would have played on the last script.
This is true. Maximus nods.
They have lost faith. They fear death, oblivion.
I want to chime in to the middle of your dialogue and say, we are in the afterlife. These dead people fear death? What is happening?
We don't know that it's the afterlife. All I know is this is exterior desert.
We
and
know it's the afterlife. They said pretty clearly,
yeah,
this
everybody's
is the
dead,
afterlife. I think he passed a sign at one point that said, afterlife, 5 miles ahead, also 5 miles behind, also right where you are.
exterior desert is just a euphemism for afterlife.
Oh my god. I'm gonna read forward. Hold on.
I tried to tell them, hold true and the rewards will be beyond measure. Oh, my children.
Hephaestus' hand tightens around the cross, and his voice drops to a barely audible whisper. Maximus leans close to hear him.
I have seen the ways things shall be. There is but one God. May you forgive all that we have done.
I'm sorry, did this God just tell us there is only one God?
I guess this God believes in our Lord Jesus Christ as his one and only Savior.
So one of the gods from the Roman pantheon is a monotheist? How?
Yeah, but he just said we are dying, we gods.
But he...
And then he's like, there's only one God.
I find the idea compelling. Like, I've never heard that before. You know, a God believing in Jehovah, right?
Like a conspiracy that there's one God that's been pulling the strings of the sub-gods.
It's not just that he believes in the Abrahamic God.
Right.
It's that he believes that's the only God, despite the fact that he himself is a God.
Well, lots of people don't believe in themselves, son.
Yeah, but I think maybe he's coming to the realization that he has a power, but not like the powers. Like all the people below him are like almost God, but not quite. There is the one God.
No, I think that fucking Nick Cave ate the wrong mushrooms and just got behind his typewriter.
You know what? Nick Cave does not deserve this argument. I'm not going over this. He didn't put this much thought into it. We're not going to.
Hephaestus moans horribly.
Oh, the rivers of blood, the torrents of fear.
He got a little uppity after. He was dying a second ago.
Play the want.
The whip. Say it more whiny.
Oh, the rivers of blood.
It's your line, Maximus.
Tears.
I must find my wife and my son.
Yes. Your son is in grave danger.
Marty, we have to go back.
He stands before a great storm. In his hand, the nub of truth.
Oh no!
I'm not touching that one.
Is that not the name of the script? Gladiator to the Nub of Truth?
Go.
My son? What are you talking about?
We are all in such terrible and grave danger.
Where is he? What do you mean?
Hephaestus reaches out and with his skeletal claw grabs Maximus and pulls him close.
Come, I will show you.
Hephaestus stares into Maximus's eyes, clutching his rough cross.
Help me, Maximus.
Hephaestus arches his body suddenly, stretches back his neck, and opens his mouth soundlessly.
Wah. He just keeps playing the same scene over and over with different characters. Like,
I saw a deer that looked like you.
Get out of the bramble, old man.
Marie.
Exterior, town square, lions.
What?
Maximus, I think we're in France now.
okay. All right.
Maximus rises out of the body of a dying Christian. The Christian is arched backwards, mouth open in a terrible scream, a sword thrust downward deep in his chest. All about him, Christians are being massacred by a mob of civilians and guards. Some kneel, some attempt to flee, as they are clubbed and hacked to death by a frenzied mob. You know what? This is how Christians feel they're being treated now.
Make America great again.
He's not wrong.
Yo, if everything's so unfair, we don't get to run everything the way we want anymore.
I don't get all the tax incentives that I used to.
My pastor only has 4 yachts.
If you bake this cake, that's no different than stabbing me with a sword.
All them gays out there getting married to each other.
Looking beautiful. I mean,
making me feel like I don't have to live a lie anymore. Well, fuck them.
that's solid.
Turn it
That
off
was really
like
good.
a light switch.
Just go click.
That's
It's
it.
a
Hey!
Mormon trick.
Boom, 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 boom. New podcast.
The Book of Mormon. The
podcast.
I feel like there's an audience for that.
It's us.
We are making the podcast for ourselves.
We had 3 listeners this week,
I
guys.
listened to it in my car, just laugh and laugh.
Bodies twist and shudder and spurt blood on the ground of the town square. The air is full of screams of pain and prayer, while the music is very uplifting.
Pain and prayer.
Maximus looks about him in horror. He sees, at the center of the mayhem, an old man. Polyphemus? That's... Polyphemus?
Probably something fast like that.
I think we need more vowels.
I feel like there's a Y missing.
And an I, Polythinus.
Polythinus. Polythinus,
I like Polythinus.
Polyanus.
The one Polly Pocket I didn't have.
They called me Polyanus because I have 7 anuses.
Several anuses for different days of the week.
Polyphemus, kneeling in the dirt, petitioning to the heavens in prayer. He holds a wooden cross. Christians try to protect Polyphemus and are slain in the process. Maximus is attacked by the mob. Maximus draws the sword out of the chest of the Christian and begins to hack a swath through them. With great art, he chops and swings at the blood-hungry mob. Several guards bear down upon him. The guards raise their swords against Maximus to deliver the death blow. A man, Lucius, 25 years old, tall, powerful, virile, pushes through the crowd on a large black stallion.
Wait!
The guards lower their swords and take hold of Maximus. Lucius dismounts and walks toward Maximus, bloody sword in hand. Now, if you guys don't remember, this is the now grown son of Commodus from the first movie.
Okay.
It's
like
Treat
that.
Spencer Clark.
I have seen this man before.
Lucius touches Maximus's breastplate with the tip of his sword.
What is your name?
The crowd has quieted. Polythenus addresses the heavens, clutching his cross. I'll be Polyanus.
Polyanus.
Good luck.
O Lord, almighty God and Father of your beloved and blessed Son.
Your name!
Leave the old man. He has no weapon.
Lucius gestures toward Polythenus, who continues to pray. Through whom we receive our power. Wait, power? Where did I get that?
Ooh, boy.
To whom we receive our knowledge of you.
Who? Him? The beloved Bishop of Lions?
I said leave the old man.
Do you threaten me?
Lucius turns and walks away. 7 paces. 8. Today I am in heaven.
Do you threaten me?
Lucius turns, then runs toward Polythenus, bringing down his sword and with one mighty blow decapitates him. He turns to Maximus and the guards. His Roman breastplate, brindled in blood. Is brindled a word?
I'm going to look it up.
Brindled. Lucius points his sword at Maximus.
Kill him.
Maximus headbutts one guard, disarms another, brings the sword down upon another. A guard on a horse bears down upon Maximus. Maximus drags the guard from his horse, mounts it, and as the Christians scatter, flees. Exterior, outskirts of Lyons, night. Lions? Leons? I don't know.
Lion sounds good.
It is night. Thank you. Slugline didn't tell me that. Maximus leads the horse down a road on the outskirts of Lyons. He moves quietly, cautiously, under the many stars. I gotta stop for a second, because I'm real confused about where the fuck...
We're before...
Maximus rises out of the body of a dying Christian.
Is that what it says?
That's what it said before.
Yeah.
When we first came here. So...
But it's
is
not
he
the
a
one that
ghost?
gets stabbed.
Did he... Like, did the rib cage burst open
Is it
and
chest burster?
Maximus just came out in a shower of gore?
With his breastplate on his back, and everybody's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is he doing?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
I thought I was reading it as he was the Christian that was stabbed.
Yeah.
But it's not. He actually just popped up
No, it
next
is.
to him.
Rises
sure?
out of the body of a dying Christian. The Christian is
Okay.
arched backwards, mouth open in a terrible scream, a sword thrust downward deep in his chest. So Maximus just comes out of this dude and then takes the sword out of his chest and starts hacking at people. Yo, this is dumb.
This is... I was with you on the ghost thing, too, because maybe that was like, he's like, don't touch the old man, and they still, like, slaughter him. Maybe he couldn't hear him, but then he headbutted
Well,
one of
also,
them.
I thought Lucius, when he said, I have seen this man before, I thought he was talking about Maximus.
Yeah.
Because...
It is. Doesn't he touch his breastplate with his with the pointy
yeah, he
end?
does. He does.
But he just ignores that.
I'm super confused as
Oh,
to who's
Jesus
talking
Christ.
to who. But I can tell you what brindled means. Brownish or tawny with streaks of other color, especially domestic animals.
Ah.
Okay. Did that word originate in Australia? Because that sounds like an Australian word. Like, oh, you got brindled, mate.
Scandinavian, Middle English, English.
Did you get it from Wikipedia, and was the article written about 2008, 2009?
No, it's the Googs.
Oh.
Googles.
I think he's implying that Nick Cave made up a word and then made a Wikipedia entry
It's
for
like
it.
like a brindled puppy, like
Okay.
a brindled pit bull or something like
You
that.
know, to me, that sounds like a puppy that's been, like, tied up.
Brindled?
It's because it's really close to bridled.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's a stretch of a word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucius touches Maximus's breastplate with the tip of his sword, says, "What is your name?" And then it cuts to polyamory, praying, and then he's like, "Your name? Leave the old man. He has no weapon." What do you mean, leave the old man? I have my sword pointed at you. Why are you talking?
When did they stop fighting?
When did this start?
Oh boy.
I'm getting a migraine. I hate this. It is night. Maximus leads the horse down the road to the outskirts of Lyons. He moves quietly, cautiously, under the many stars. Two young men, Peter and Marcus, emerge from the shadows. There are so many characters that just come in and immediately vanish from the script forever. They confront Maximus. Maximus's hand moves to the hilt of his sword.
We've been looking for you. Come.
What do you want?
It is not safe here. Come! Ooh, I love that guy's
Ooh,
voice.
that was a good one.
Peter takes the reins of Maximus's horse.
Come.
Interior, House of Irenaeus, Lyons, night.
So many anuses in this story.
A small room, lit by a single candle. Irenaeus, 37 years old, and 5 Christian men and a young Christian girl sit silently in the yellow light. The door opens. Irenaeus rises to his feet. Marcus enters. He ushers in Maximus. Irenaeus addresses Maximus in a hushed voice.
Trying to get all these people together in my head.
Good
luck.
I don't know who the fuck they are.
Irenaeus is 37 years old and speaking in a hushed voice.
So there's another character, Paul, down here too.
Did he read like a bad book on script writing where it's like, around page 25, you need to introduce 8 new characters?
We're selling
Yes.
action figures here.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true. The one complaint about Gladiator was that it wasn't toyetic enough.
Yeah, I just had the one Gladiator, and I'm like, I'm not entertained.
What do you want to bet later on there's an action chariot that pops up
Oh,
with like missile launchers?
yeah, there's like scorpions on the side of it. Pew, pew, pew. God damn it.
There's corpse rising Maximus.
Oh yeah, he
It's
explodes through a Christian.
Exactly.
He pushes a button.
The breastplate, the action figure has a hole on the front and back for the breastplate placement.
Turtle breastplate Maximus. And don't forget your exterior desert playset.
It's able to go into fetal position when the breastplate is on back. It makes its own phalanx.
The exterior desert playset is 5 square miles of playset.
Lots of desert. God damn it.
Oh man.
Okay. I'll be Irenaeus. I guess.
Irenaeus.
Maximus, now with sunburnt walking action.
We saw you today, fighting the square.
He just gave up.
Who are you?
Hey, Maximus, what's up, man?
What's up, Maximus?
Yes. Page 26, the page where we gave up. Shit.
He brought all these shits to give and he just ran out.
Hey, I saw you today fighting the square. Who are you?
Irenaeus opens the collar of his robe and shows Maximus a symbol of a fish hanging on a leather thong.
Are you one of us?
What are you?
One of the men, Paul, stands. His head is bandaged. We're followers of Christ.
You fought beside
Paul
us.
McCartney.
Why?
It's just Paul McCartney and a fucking California nondescript dude.
Well,
What's up, man?
You know Nick Cave would be like, "Hey, Paul, I've got a script for you. Would like you to cameo in my movie."
How you feel about gold? I saw no one fight today. I saw sheep bleat at the slaughter.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yep.
I was behind. You saw the serpent himself.
His name is Lucius. He believes, like all the other Roman idolaters, that he can snuff out the candle of truth with a sword. But he is wrong. He who raises up the sword perishes by it.
His sword made short work of your bishop.
Polythenus. Wait. Polythenus will be with God in his day. This day. In glory.
That's not bad.
I
really
have
good
a better Liverpudlian accent. I don't know why it won't come out on this podcast.
Well, you're probably used to saying good words.
Yeah, you know, I've never heard Paul McCartney say Polythenus.
Polythenus will be God on this day.
Woo!
As one falters, there beside him is another. My name is Irenaeus. I am the new bishop of Lyons. And when I fall, so another will stand to take my place. Then I too will be in eternity.
You will be hunted down and annihilated.
We are people of peace.
What do you want from me?
Irenaeus turns and moves to the window. He looks out. The young
I would like a
girl
burrito.
stands.
These people are having two separate conversations.
They're talking
At each other.
Yeah.
It's like Maximus is going to turn and he's, oh, you've got a Bluetooth in. I'm so sorry. We're talking this whole time.
Sorry, no.
I'm really busy.
AirPods.
I don't know
AirPods,
I don't
man.
know if you heard the thing, but I'm the new bishop. Super fucking busy now.
Irenaeus turns and moves to the window. He looks out. The young girl stands. She glows ghostly in the yellow light.
What is this last name shit? Lucius, parentheses, last name, is returning to Rome.
Oh, I don't know, but you're...
Where are you at?
We got a young girl here
Yeah.
first.
Oh, I missed it. My bad.
You got the best young girls.
Okay.
Look at the hands. Oh, he's transformed. He's not Sean anymore.
He's got contrapasto all of a
lost
sudden.
John.
It's like,
We need your help.
help.
Irenaeus continues to look out the window. He does not turn when he speaks.
Lucius' last name is returning to Rome. Our leader in Rome must be alerted. His name is Cassian, last name. He is a school teacher.
These are not my concerns.
I guess.
They haven't picked last names.
Here's my guess.
That's my
It's like,
guess.
I fucking didn't watch the first movie. I don't remember what anybody's last name is. I'll just put a placeholder in. But then I'll totally give this to Russell as is. He can fill in the last names because he's going to love this.
He just read everything off the back of the VHS box. It's like, Lucius.
It's not it, mate.
It's no good.
Irenaeus turns. He looks at Maximus.
Of course not. It is only that we saw you today and thought you could help. We're sorry.
What is this, Seven Samurai? Fuck off! Maximus turns to leave. Marcus opens the door. At the door, Maximus turns around.
Today, in the square, what did you do? Nothing?
Why did you do nothing?
What? Oh, boy. Sorry. Today, in the square, why did you do nothing?
Irenaeus touches the symbol of the fish around his neck.
Faith.
In what?
No question mark.
In what?
In a better world.
Maximus
Beyond.
looks at the young girl, who stares back. Her eyes, innocent and vulnerable, in the dim light. Maximus fucks her. Maximus's face.
No. Go back to the first.
Exterior, desert.
No. I like it. Maximus fucks her. Your faith is misplaced.
The nub of truth.
Your faith is misplaced.
nub of truth.
I'm no longer a young girl.
Oh, we
Now
gotta
I'm
stop
a
improving
woman.
this script.
Woman girl.
All right, read your line again. Fuck.
Your faith is misplaced.
Maximus leaves.
Table Reads will return after this brief word from our sponsors.
What's up, docs and docettes? Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic here, and if you like old cartoons and watching online reviewers dissect them, then you probably said the same thing I did about 2 years ago. Hey, what the fuck?
Here, watch your language, you bud.
Every Saturday morning, I do a brand new commentary of a Warner Brothers short. All throughout the month, I do video essays examining the history of these cartoons. Catch my videos on youtube.com/FerrisWheelhouse2, or just use the hashtag Looney Tunes Critic. And now, here's Eric Bauza, the new voice of Bugs Bunny.
You've been listening to the Looney Tunes Critic. Ain't he a stinker?
Lights, camera, action.
So the movie's kaput, which means your script ain't worth the buffalo shit on a nickel.
Now, back to Table Reads.
So, I mean, still really nothing has happened.
Nope.
Like, I guess he's back in the real world now, maybe? Through some memes?
You gotta go through a Christian. That's how you get back from
But,
life,
like,
when you squeeze out of one, right?
Hephaestus grabbed him and is like, come.
Well, he like
But then
went.
where'd Hephaestus go?
He went, blah, and then he exploded through a Christian, right?
So he ate him, and whatever Hephaestus eats, he shits through a dying Christian.
I want to see that movie.
I'm now angry that this didn't get made.
Kevin Sorbo in Exploding Christian Bodies.
Pops out disappointed.
God is Not Dead, Part 3.
Oh,
Hephaestus.
3's already made. This would have to be part 4.
Can you imagine
really?
someone getting this script and being like, guys, I'm going to be in the sequel to Gladiator. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Russell Crowe gets the chest burst out of me.
Oh, man.
That would be an awesome thing to like post on your Instagram story. Like,
You got a fake Russell Crowe head walking on set.
And what's with all these names? These are not Roman names.
it's a
They're-
cadre of people that don't matter.
What I don't remember it. Like the action scenes didn't need to be this slow or broken up in the first one. It was just like fight, resolution. Then we talk about what's going to happen after that fight. This is like fight, stop.
Everything's terrible.
Yeah.
Fade in.
Interior. Console of Leons. Fucking whatever it is. Knight. Lucius. Fit and iron hard.
Right in. Jump right in.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's not a good description, huh?
Fit and iron hard stands beside the Consul of Leon on a balcony overlooking the city. The consul is flabby, distracted. They drink wine. The night is silent. There are many stars.
I could hear the screams from here.
Was I Lucius?
You were Lucius.
You were Lucius, yeah.
You want me to be consul?
Yeah, you be consul.
I could hear their screams from here.
Oh, perfect. He sounds like a Vogon.
I was going flabby and distracted.
I can't remember what Lucius sounds
He
like.
was.
You were
he
like
was just
a really-
manly.
Yeah, you were like a grown
he
man
was
child.
he was the manly guy.
Yeah.
I can assure you that they will be silent now.
You did what you came to do, Lucius. Now your work is finished. I assume you will be leaving in the morning.
Anxious to be rid of me, consul?
Desirous of a little harmony, Lucius. What is it that those poor wretches say? Follow all things that make with peace.
Dangerous words, consul. Within that one axiom lies the death of us all.
Lucius places his cup on a table. Close-up of a bead of wine as it travels down the cup and bleeds into the white tablecloth. It spreads pinkly.
I leave for Rome tomorrow. I have work to do.
Okay, none of that conversation meant anything. It was all just pure gibberish. And then you know for a fact, right, that Nick Cave was like, oh, this fucking wine. Okay, so it comes down and it bleeds into the table and it's a fucking metaphor. Do you get it? Do you get it? I'm not going to explain it to you, but you get it, right?
Yeah, Nick.
It's an
Totally.
unnecessary amount of pinkly wine that spreads, takes up the whole tablecloth. Fuck
It's a metaphor for the blood of the Christendom.
Yeah, that's
Christian.
the blood of Christ.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Drink of my blood.
That sounds like vampire
Eat
movie.
of my body.
Burst of my chest.
That's what Gladiator needed more of, was chest bursters.
That's true. Well,
It might have won the first ever double Oscar had it have done.
Alien versus Gladiator.
it's an Oscar with a chest burster exploding out of it.
Actually, guys, for serious though, if Ridley Scott made Alien versus Gladiator,
I would watch it.
I would watch the shit out of that movie.
We wouldn't have been able to read it on this podcast because it would have been made already.
Yeah, it would have been good.
It would be amazing because Ridley Scott made both those movies.
Yeah.
This is our own little universe.
Okay,
Oh, I need to think about this.
listeners of Table Reads, I wish there were more of you because right now I want you to start a petition, please. Petition Ridley Scott to make Alien versus Gladiator because it's got to be better than all 4 Alien versus Predator movies put together, right?
Yeah.
There was 4 of those?
They just
So
kept-
there's only 2.
Well, they don't have numbers.
Yeah, there was...
Like
The first
some
one
of them
and
have
then Requiem.
numbers, right? Like that's how they. They're
Yeah,
not.
There's
stuff.
Alien versus Predator. There's
then Requiem.
AVP. I don't know. Maybe there are only 2.
I feel like there were 4.
He made 2 more
They
in
were
his head.
so
He's like,
bad
"Ah,
they
shit."
felt like more.
They're just breeding. Look at the damn bastards just breeding down there.
Well, because it's like you took 2 R-rated Predator movies and 4 R-rated Alien movies and went, let's make a PG-13 movie with both of these things.
Doesn't make any sense.
I love it.
They're horrible.
Even so, with the second one
Okay,
was
no,
awful.
get this, guys. All right, so someone's head is gonna get ripped off of their body manually, no blood. Huh? What do you think?
Efficient killer is what I think, and here's all my money. It's for the kids.
For the kids. Where the fuck are we?
We are
Exterior desert.
Oh, yeah. Exterior. Field on the outskirts of Lyons. Night. Close-up of a huge pink moon. Maximus lies on his back, in a field, his head resting on his breastplate. It's a pillow now. It's like a multi-purpose breastplate. It's like the Leatherman of Rome.
Sleep, Spaniard.
His horse grazes beside him. Where did he get a horse?
It burst out of the
he-
chest of another horse.
In defense, this is the one part that does have a mission. He headbutted a guard, took him off his horse, and then rode out. No, but then he had a whole other conversation. He just parked that horse and then had the whole conversation with the young girl.
I feel like the editors would have been like, guys, I can't put my name on this. They'll think this is bad editing when it's really just bad writing and filmmaking. Like, he has a horse and now he doesn't have a horse. What did you guys cut out? Nothing, man.
This is
This
verbatim.
is everything.
What if there was just a scene where he was like, we got to cut for time, and it's just Maximus going to the sea. He's like, who here's the main bad guy?
I'm looking for an antagonist.
Try to find the through narrative.
Well, Antagonistus is over there.
Antagonist.
Antagonistus.
Antagonpluflinensk.
You come for me, Spaniard?
He stares up at the moon and the many stars. Can he stop talking about how many stars there are?
There's lots of
We've
them.
seen the sky, guy.
You're not taking advantage of this. This is the first time that Maximus has stared at something and it didn't stare back. Like
The stars open their mouth.
Maximus stares at the moon. The moon
noiselessly.
stares back.
The tide comes in.
Exterior, Toledo Farm. Afternoon, dream. Maximus's son, Marius, 7 years old, stands beneath... What the... Shut the fuck up, Siri.
No, let Siri be.
Maximus's son, Marius, 7 years old, stands beneath the great poplar on the dirt road that leads to the Toledo farmhouse. Marius waves. Father! A wind blows up. The great poplar bends and turns its leaves. Father! Oh, that one's not shouting. The other one was. Father!
I feel like you're really doing this justice.
I wish it was a question mark.
I'm reading this as well as it's written.
Yep.
Within the sound of the wind, we hear many horses galloping. The sound of the horses grows louder. Marius, wait, so she gave up her place in Elysium so that her son could live again. And I know this is a dream, but does that mean that he's 7 years old just on his own in the world?
Yeah, like where he was hanging in the original movie, like his burned body or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just poof alive there.
Surrounded by death and destruction.
Yeah, whoops.
Well, this is the dream, so it's just replaying the same shots from the first one where he gets run over by the horses and shit.
But I mean, this has all the implications of like the unsnapping.
Yeah.
Oh, like he comes back as a burn victim?
Oh, no.
Like he's got life and it's just a life going, Father!
Curse you, mother!
And the rest of his life is spent trying to kill the god that brought him back to life.
I want to see that movie.
But he's been given eternal life. So
he
cannot die.
cannot die. Just in constant pain in hell forever.
For hundreds and hundreds of years.
Father! That is an entire movie.
We just fixed Nick Cave's movie.
Only took 30 pages.
Yeah.
Nick Cave is the Nick Cage of writers.
Oh, yeah. Bees!
My eyes! I haven't blinked in 40 years.
Oh, man. With the sound of the wind, Marius looks around him, turns, and begins to run toward the farmhouse. The sound of the horses grows to a thunderous roar. Marius runs, looks over his shoulder, his face twisted in fear. Exterior, field on the outskirts of Lyons, sunrise. Maximus wakes with a start, face beaded in sweat. The thundering of the horses continues. He stands in the field and looks to the road that leads out of Lyons. Maximus sees Lucius leading his 20 guards at a gallop down the road. Lucius rides, erect and rigid in his saddle.
Yes.
He was iron hard, now he's erect.
Same thing.
His name is Lucius, the nub last name.
Lucius the hard-on, first of his name.
His pale eyes full of grim determination. Maximus stares after them as they disappear down the road in a cloud of dust. Exterior, road outside of Lyons, morning. Maximus rides his horse through the countryside. Exterior, road to Rome, wheat fields, afternoon. Maximus passes golden wheat fields. A warm wind blows through them and they sway. Maximus reaches down and touches the tips of the wheat.
I remember these fields. I remember such fields as these.
I remember this shot.
The most important shot.
Quick question. I hate to do this. What are we doing?
I feel like we're traveling through time.
I don't know what's happening.
I feel like he's going
He's
back.
riding to Rome.
Yeah.
Exterior, road to Rome, wheat fields. Afternoon.
To do what?
To be in Rome.
Oh, okay.
And meanwhile, the music's all like, I can't remember how it goes. But you know, that whole chanty music they have through the whole thing.
Yeah, the Halo soundtrack.
Enya thing, yeah. Kilimanjaro.
Suddenly, and without warning, a small girl, 6 years old, covered in blood, bursts out of the wheat onto the road, her face a mask of terror. Maximus's horse rears. The young girl sees Maximus, turns in fright, and charges back into the wheat, from whence she became bloody.
Ah! And then runs.
You're scarier than whatever did this shit to me! Ah! Actually, this sounds great. I really hope the next part is him just shrugging and riding on. He's like, ah!
Clop, clop, clop.
Do you have
clop.
any road trip music? Like for the rest of I started over. Started suddenly and without warning.
There we go. I'm trying to see where she... Maximus follows after her, riding up the road along... Because when a young bleeding girl runs away from you, you chase her down, right?
So he's going to catch her just to be like, what do you want from me?
Let's have two different conversations at the same time.
I want to go home. What do you want?
Where?
You know what this dialogue reads like? Is when you're having a text conversation and someone asks you one thing while you're responding to another.
You gotta stay on mic, man.
So I was just trying to get out of it. That's fucking good.
Riding up the road along the edge of the wheat. At the top of her eyes, Maximus turns sharply and follows the edge of the field along. Maximus dismounts. The small girl crashes out of the other side of the wheat, and Maximus scoops her up in his arms. The small girl looks at Maximus, her eyes bulging in her head in abject horror. Maximus hears a moan come from the wheat and finds two men and a woman, farm workers, trembling and cowering on the ground. The woman reaches up with shaking hands, and Maximus hands her the small girl. The woman takes the girl and shrinks back from Maximus.
I mean you no harm.
The two men and the woman tremble and shake.
What happened here?
What do you want from me?
What do you want me to do?
When I make my Maximus joke voice, it's totally Christian Bale's Batman.
Swear to me.
Maximus turns away from them and sees at the bottom of the rise a small river. Beside the river lies a slaughtered family. Maximus moves down among them. A small farmhouse smolders. A man and a woman lie, half in the river, half out, and the water runs red, like the wine on the tablecloth.
Yep.
It's all a metaphor. You guys, you just don't get it. You're not smart enough for Nick Cave. An infant lies butchered by a tree. Pleasant. A young girl, legs streaked in blood, kneels by the river, her hands clasped together, bruised face heavenward. She prays. Strung between two trees on a makeshift clothesline, white sheets flap in the wind. Upon one of them, the symbol of a fish has been painted in blood. Or wine.
Or
Maximus, sword drawn, moves slowly around the carnage. The sheets flap. He parts them, moves through them. A figure stands before him.
An infant lies bashed on the ground.
Maximus lifts his sword to strike. It is Mordecai.
Save your strength, Gladiator. I'm already dead.
Mordecai.
The gods allow me to return from time to time for services rendered, you see. But I suspect it is just to torment me.
Mordecai lifts his face up at the sun.
I wish I could feel that sun.
Mordecai looks at Maximus.
You can't see me. You can see me. I have dyslexia. You can see me. Others can't.
Maximus sheathes his sword.
What are you doing here?
You, my friend, have angered the gods. They have deemed you never return.
Return.
To the other world.
Great. I'm immortal now. Peace.
I've seen that world. For now, my place is here.
Ever.
Mordecai looks around at the carnage. He looks at Maximus.
Look at these people. They have spent their days preparing for this moment, with just a whisper of hope in a better world, a world without end. They have laid the true prize of eternity to waste, their brief but beautiful lives.
I've witnessed the way these people are. They lay themselves before the sword like beasts. I must go. I must find my boy.
Mordecai laughs.
Your boy? He is no longer a boy.
He's a cinder, screaming in pain for all eternity.
He is a chestburster as well. He is no longer a boy. Many years have passed since you died. Your son will be a man.
A man? How can that be?
Time here rushes by, Maximus. In the other world, it crawls.
Then how will I know him?
You are his father. You will know him.
Can you tell me where he is?
He is in Rome. That is all I know. But I do know what he is.
And what is that?
He's a cat now.
What the fuck?
Mordecai gestures to the massacred Christians.
Look around you, Maximus.
Maximus looks around in disbelief. The sheet flaps. Maximus looks to Mordecai. Mordecai has gone.
There you go. I'm about to say you playing the road music. He saw what's coming.
Exterior, road to Rome.
Trying to
Early
find-
evening.
Finding my son, the murderer.
He's just hamburger. He's just a hamburger.
Oh, I want a hamburger. Maximus gallops down the road through the open countryside. Exterior, hilltop, sunset. Maximus stands on a hilltop, silhouetted by a dying sun. He looks out across the land, all bathed in gold. Exterior, road to Rome, morning. It's a good thing he was already on the road to Rome when he found out that's where his son was. He just keeps going right where he needs to go.
How
He's
convenient.
not turned left or right. It's been a straight line since
This
the
entire
temple.
movie
Yeah,
has
that's right.
been
The whole
a
movie.
single straight line.
Wake up, go to the pit, go to the temple, go to the hut, go to the Rome.
He doesn't even have Gollum guiding him.
That's true. He has like an inner compass.
You think that's
Maybe-
why he turned this movie down? He's like, oh, it's too much traveling, mate.
Maybe his breastplate has a compass in it. Like, just points him in the direction.
Well, you know, he got fat later on, so he's probably like, I want you to rewrite it, so I'm just sitting the whole time.
it's the prequel movies. George Lucas just sitting.
He just really wants to be the next Brando in every way.
You know, the first one I did a lot of big speeches. I had to cut my dialogue about half. Something really different, you know, different eye.
The horror.
You know, the best part is I'm going to charge him 4 times as much to get me. My rate's really gone up since I won the Oscar for the first one.
It's true.
Now I'm going to really throw away all that capital I got.
I ask a lot of questions. That's what I want to do. Well, Maximus, a man that gets to the bottom of shit.
Where?
What do you want from me?
How?
When? That's the big question. When?
It is-
He hasn't asked when, not once.
We are wondering that question. It's our job.
When does this movie start?
I think like as soon as he dies. And it also
No, I'm like in the
neglects-
script. Where does it start? Is this all pre-credits?
It's a lead in.
Also, you know, this movie completely neglects the fact that we see him walking through Elysium after he dies. And he wakes up in not Elysium.
Yeah, shit village.
No, this movie.
No, what they do is they put a field of wheat on your way to the shit place to trick you to thinking that you're in Elysium. It's like The Good Place. This is the prequel to The Good Place.
See, if they would have ran the shot a little longer, his hands, he would have smacked the bloody girl in the wheat. This is pleasant.
It is. It's very
I'm enjoying this.
I mean, we need something, right?
on the road to Rome.
It's, you know, it's so like Lord of the Rings with all the walking and everything.
Yeah.
That it's fair to have some like Shire music.
Gandalf.
Frodo, he is searching for the ring.
You're late. A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins.
Exactly on time.
What do you want from me? I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah, I wasn't dropping no Eve, sir.
I wasn't dropping no Eve, sir. Honest. Oh, man. Can we just stop this and watch
Watch that movie.
I'll watch some Fellowship for 4 hours before reading this for another 20 minutes. Oh, we're about at an hour. We're almost done.
Hey.
Let's call that a good thing and just get to a good stopping point. Where are we?
You're on road to Rome morning.
All bathed in gold. Exterior road to Rome morning. Maximus moves down the road at a pace that is unspecified. He passes a family. Father, mother, 2 sons, in a horse and cart. Their meager possessions piled on the back of the cart, moving in the opposite direction. The family watch Maximus as he passes by. Exterior, plague village, day. What?
What?
What? Maximus approaches a small village of crude houses. Outside the village, 2 men sit by the side of the road, a rag held over their mouths and noses. One of the men gestures to the deserted streets and shakes his finger. The second man copies his gesture. Maximus nods and turns his horse away from the village, then stops. He turns back. Maximus looks down at the second man.
Where did you go?
I'm right here. What the The second man pulls the rag from his face and smiles up at Maximus. It is Mordecai. The first man looks at Maximus, bewildered.
I was called back. They need me there more and more. They need me.
Mordecai stands and looks down at the village.
Plague. We can go around.
Mordecai laughs.
No need for that, my friend. You are already dead.
Mordecai stands and begins to walk boldly down into the village. Maximus, on horseback, follows.
Fade out.
So, can we determine what Maximus's goal is?
To find out what everyone wants from him, and to find his son.
He's finding his son,
A plane to Toledo.
but
Kill Hephaestus still?
Yeah, why
he can't go back,
He needed
though.
to kill Hephaestus to go find his son, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't kill Hephaestus, who was on the verge of dying already,
Right.
and he still got... This guy does not know what he's doing.
You think he was sitting on that hilltop where, like, and he was like sitting there thinking for a second. He like, wait, did Hephaestus beat me?
Hold on a minute.
And he just started stabbing himself. I want to go back.
Oh, but you can't go back. You're a Highlander now.
You're already dead 10 times.
Guys, I've never seen a script where the state of mortality of the hero was so uncertain.
It's very questionable.
Is he dead? Is he alive? Is he resurrected? Is he in a half-life? Is he undead? Is he a zombie? What the fuck is happening?
He hasn't eaten.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't eaten or shit or... Well, he sleeps. He does
Yeah,
sleep.
but he only sleeps. He doesn't like. It's not like he eats.
sleeps so he can have dumb dreams that mean nothing and then vanish.
So he's kind of like a shitty vampire.
He's got a lot. Maybe there's a lot on his plate. We're just not. So maybe he still thinks he wants to kill Hephaestus. That's to get his wife back. His son's alive. He's kind of got him. He's about to find out he's like the sacker of Rome. Like, I guess the kid's like a fucking slayer now.
Or he's a Christian now,
Or turns out
and
to be-
possibly, I don't know.
Wait, because the river fish meant Christian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
You know, like-
it's drawn in blood.
It was on his chest, but later he'll have it on the back of his car.
Yeah, it's a little Darwin fish.
Yeah. Well, the
Little
the-
feet.
the not Darwin one.
Oh, the not Darwin one. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
just
true.
the fish.
The one, the regular fish, but it's eating the Darwin fish.
Yeah,
Ah.
because
Because
faith
Eat the
eats
non-believers.
Science.
I want a big fish that's eating all 4 of the different kinds of fish, and it would be Gulpo,
Oh yeah, and
the fish that eats concepts.
and then Qui-Gon will be like, "There's always a bigger fish."
And then there's a stick family. I don't know what he wants. I don't know where we're going, and I don't know why we're going there.
I know one thing. This is bad.
It's pretty bad. On a scale of 1 to totally dog shit, it's a dumpster fire.
I feel like he wrote a movie called Gladiator. And they're like, there was already one of them. And he's like,
He hasn't
2.
gladiated at all.
That's true.
He fought for like 10 seconds, and I was over here vibing to it. I'm like, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
he's fucking
but that wasn't
slaying and
gladiating.
shit. Nah.
Gladiating is a verb now. I've coined it, and I will get my due credit in history for doing so.
That was his pivotal scene in the first one. He's like, I will gladiate until I'm free.
That-
Gladiated
but he-
all over her face, neck, and chest.
He's like, "You want me to gladiate? I will be a clown and make everyone glad.
That sounds like a villain in a comic book. The Gladiator. Like a clown villain.
He's more of the Inquisitor. He's not said a statement yet. Like, he's only asked questions.
Yeah.
Like, he's not said anything with any substance.
Who am I? What are you? Where did you go?
It's like
Why are you? No, he said, I mean you no harm.
It feels like
That's
a
right.
It feels like a 2D side-scrolling video game.
That's all it is. Just forward.
Oh, yeah.
He just
Forward,
goes
always.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the only way to go.
He can't go back. Like, it's almost like Legend of Zelda 2.
Well, okay. So the one line he did have that I enjoyed
No,
is when he was
because you
roasting
can go
the
left or
Inquisitor.
right in Legend of Zelda 2. This is more like Contra, but without guns.
Up, down, left,
And
right, left, right.
invincibility. Yeah, like you just move forward, blast. There's aliens there. What are them about? Don't know. They're dead.
Or like Super Mario Brothers if all the pipes are blocked off. So you can't even go down. It's just like, I'm going to go this way.
You're already dead.
Poof. I wish I knew the ending of this script so I would at least be able to be like, look, guys, he's
you know
going
what?
for
it's
something.
all going to come together in the end, and we're all going to be like, oh shit, this is good. Why didn't they? No, I'm just kidding.
Please let that happen.
No
Oh,
way.
I guarantee you it is not. Hey, everybody, go to JoshuaJBaker.com.
JoshuaBabeBaker.com.
Yeah. That's his Tinder profile.
That's my Grinder profile.
Oh, right.
JoshuaJBaker.com for all your voiceover needs. He does stuff. Go there, look at it. Follow us on Instagram at The Table Reads, on Twitter at The Table Reads. You can go to Facebook.com/Table Reads. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We're going to get the fuck out of here because we just cannot anymore.
This podcast was created by Sean McBee. For more, visit TableReadsPodcast.com. Cut to black.